I think we're live.
Happy Series 2 Day. I was counting down with the numbers there.
Yeah, you were counting down. Well, welcome. This is episode 167 of the Hockey Cards Gong Show. It's our first live show we just looked at since last summer. It's our third live show ever, so it will be a total gong show. My name is Josh. I'm here with Troy. We're joined today on a very special day. It's Mary Bedard's Miss, Billy.
Yes, see, got my really excited looking badge there from Upper Deck, ready to go.
Yeah, we're with Billy Celio, who is your senior product manager at Upper Deck. That's your
Senior
official
product
title.
manager. Yes, everyone keeps calling me brand manager or designer and stuff.
Hmm.
No, it's senior product manager. I don't want to take anyone else's title away from them.
Pretty big day in the hobby. I think that we would all agree, right? A lot
Correct.
of
The
excitement.
the the Sting card was released today on ePack, and there's been a lot of buzz about it, and we're really excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. We've got a lot planned. We're going to go in depth, of course, on 2024-25 MVP, hit both hobby and retail. Today will be basically all about Series 2, a lot of Bedard talk. We're going to go through, obviously, get a bunch of information from Billy about building the set, and which was probably a little bit ago now, and we'll kind of go in depth on cards. We have a new component to our show, the pack cam, which we'll introduce a little bit later. We're going to open a box throughout the show live and kind of I think it'll be a good sort of entree to chat with Billy about some of the cards. We plan to look in on secondary market sales and have a lot of interaction with the chat as well. Troy's kind of manning the chat, and if you guys have any questions, especially for Billy, make sure that you get them out there. And then we're even going to attempt to go really high tech on this. And uh, Billy and Upper Deck have been very gracious and donated a hobby box of 2023-24 Series
Billy, you
2.
look shocked. You look
We're
shocked.
yeah, for this dumpster fire of a show that they even charity. I'm sure it's a charity write up for Upper Deck. We'll try to give away a hobby box at some point, and I think the chase for the $1 million Dave and Adams bounty is still live, right? Has it? The 101 outburst has not been pulled yet, at least that I've seen.
Um, about that. So our QA case, it's nice knowing you guys.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm retiring. No, as far as I know, I haven't heard anybody jumping up and down and posting everything.
Now, okay, so we did have a question that came in from we'll kind of right off the bat, just hockey cards, and this is something that you covered, I think, a months ago, even on our show, about where the 101 outburst would end up. And I'm going to paraphrase. I think I remember what you told us probably late summer, early fall, was that it would be in a hobby box, correct?
Um,
Or
I'll
no?
I'll just no, I'm not I'm not supposed to say one way or another, but
I think you already did.
it's but I know I might have said something before, and I might have
Oh.
gotten you know, told to just to
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
just uh to just let the people let the consumers find it.
All right.
I think you'll be happy where you find it, but I can't really say anything on that. So sorry.
Well, actually, I like your answer because it might help our show ratings a little bit. Just go back and look at because for the life of me, couldn't tell
Yeah.
you what episode it was.
All of a sudden, one of those other old episodes gets like 20 more or 20 more views.
There. Cast 99 says it. He can't confirm nor deny. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the answer. And then Billy, I gotta show you this one. Irish Flower Collector saw Tony give you. He thinks you got vodka delivered. We know it was water. We asked him.
Yes, it's water. I didn't realize that they were on a tight schedule, and I was just like, I'm just gonna get some water, and they're like, you have a minute and 14 seconds, and
Yeah,
I was
Josh was
just like,
kind of being like a boss. Like he's
Tony.
like, "Come on, Billy."
Tony was nice enough to grab me. He thought it was just going to be the water. I'm like, no, I need a scoop of ice. I need it from the purified water. And he rolled his eyes at me, but he was, he's a team player. He helped me out. He's my, my counterpart in all these adventures.
Okay. So I think where I want to start is just maybe from your perspective a little bit, Billy. What's today been like for you?
Honestly, I've been talking to people. Someone even commented, didn't I just see you in a Klutzenchara break? Yes, you did. And you might have seen me on Out of the Box, and you might have seen me at 405. You might have seen me at 314. You might have seen me at a number of other breaks. I'm jumping on there. I want to get people's reactions. I want to see what they like. I'm working on a flagship product as we speak. So, any kind of feedback is definitely helpful. Our good friend Jeff came over here, around 11 o'clock and was just like, first 3 hours, we haven't gotten a single phone call. So
Mm.
that's my biggest thing is,
Mhm.
we got our QA case. Everything seems to have fallen the way it's supposed to fall. The cards look great. But does Bedard, is there a pink sleeve on there, or are there weird one of the QA guys messed with me and said all the corners were rounded again. I was like, no, I go, we opened up a case yesterday. I know that's not the case, but so to hear that was very positive. And then just, the fact that people are liking what we built and liking the designs. Nothing's going to blow your mind away, but if people get a good positive reaction on liking the cards, then I'm really happy about that.
Okay, here's a question we got before, and I didn't know how to answer because people know from you being on our show that you guys do get a case to for QC. What would happen if the
I don't
outburst won't
know.
hold 101?
I don't know that. I remember the same, like, we've had some big cards. I remember the same fear when we the first year we built buybacks, and we had the Sidney Crosby Cup auto patch rookie card, and we're like, please don't fall in this case. Please don't fall in this case. I don't know because it hasn't happened yet. So I'm very thankful it hasn't happened, and I don't know what course we would take if it did happen because it hasn't happened.
Mhm. Okay, getting back to today a little bit for you, is there a certain element of almost relief that it's kind of finally out there? Given that, I mean, there's been more anticipation for this set than anything I can remember, and it's got to be, in the last 10 years, probably, really.
Well, there's been so much speculation, so much questions, so many answers I've had to bite my tongue on. People, it started off with, is Bedard going to be in series one?
Hmm.
And then it just, okay, what's his card, what's his young gun going to look like? What's going to go in series two? What's going to go in, like, it's just never ending questions. And the fact that now everyone has their answers, it's all there. There's a checklist out there. People are seeing the cards. And it's a big weight off my shoulder. Because this is something that, I always tell people, sets are built, it takes about a year to build a set, but we've known about Bedard for longer than a year. So, the weight of this product is, it's probably at least a couple years worth of just like making sure we do everything right, making sure that we come up with some ideas and some concepts that people will enjoy. Obviously, I thought this was myself and our team, thought this was the right year to do the Young Guns one of one,
Mhm.
which hadn't been done. And we added the outburst parallels, and I think those have been a big hit. So there were obviously some preparations for Series Two, and you saw some of that fall in Series One because Series Two is obviously in continuation of Series One,
Mhm.
in many ways. So the part of the process started seriously with Series One, new configuration, new inserts, and it's kind of led its way now to Series Two.
So was Bedard a big catalyst for that? It kind of sounds like, based on what you said, like the introduction of the one of one. Did you guys sort of capitalize on the opportunity, knowing that he was coming into the league this year as a way to roll that out?
So we've wanted, in my head, and I've heard it a lot, and you see how our competitors one-on-ones do and what a big deal they are. And so it felt like, we should be doing this sooner or later. And it's tough because the young guns, you don't want to, like with the 101, you don't want to take away from the high gloss, you don't want to take away from the exclusives and stuff. And it can, potentially. So we have to be very careful, and that was always a big concern. But yes, someone like Bedard, someone with that soundbite of, hey, Connor Bedard, one of one young gun, that's a pretty big soundbite. And we've been helped out by some distributors putting a few bounties out there that have made it an even bigger deal. I'm sure you'll talk about that in the future. But so yeah, now the reconfiguration that had nothing to do with Connor Bedard. The
Okay.
reconfiguration was completely to try and cut down costs of printing it so the price can be similar to what it has been in the past.
Yeah, that worked out.
We, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. I do want to, and we have a number of questions about this coming in too. And so, hey Troy, can you pull up on your? I'm going to share. Let's look at the Bedard Young Guns and talk about that specific
Sure.
card design a little bit here too. Uh, from what I've seen, Billy, and I'll give my opinion too. I think a lot of people really like the photo that was selected. So, and I had a lot of questions about this as I was kind of seeing it for the first time, well, the other day as it was leaked from the people opening up Walmart tins early. But can you tell us the process of knowing that this was going to be such a monumental, sort of iconic card in the hobby? Like how many photos did you guys look at, and those sort of things? Like, what was the process of building this very specific card?
Well, first, I think we need to address the iconic moment of Troy being able to put questions on the screen and photos at the same time. I know this is a
Yeah.
first for you, Troy. That was very well done. You timed it out perfectly. And
I know, and I'm always afraid I don't want to talk over you, but it's like, okay, here's a question, just read it. It's from Todd McDonald on the Young Gun on the photo.
no, you
So
did
now
a
you
great
know.
job. So we obviously know that we want. I mean, we want to get a picture in as soon as we can. We have photographers at the games, and we had probably about 5 different choices. I think they narrowed it down to 5 when it started off, and I was fortunate enough to be part of the process. To be honest with you, the higher ups kind of get more of a say than I
Hmm.
do in this situation. But we had 4 or 5 good choices, and I think it really came down to 2, if I remember correctly. And this was one, and there was another one, and this one was the winner. I can't. It was so long ago. I honestly can't remember if it was this one or the other one that I liked more. But the majority and the higher ups liked this one the best, and I can't complain with it. I think it's a nice looking card. So I joke with my friends from Chicago. It's better than a Chicago player with his mouth open all the time, like Taves. He actually looks like, hey, I'm here playing hockey. So
Oh,
it.
don't worry, you got a guy in the background with his mouth
I
open.
I did see that. That's the best part is, do you guys ever wonder, like, the people in the background of the card, like, oh my gosh, I made the background of like a huge card, like how much fun that would be.
Well, we just had a mailbag question on Monday's show, Billy, where someone pointed out I can't remember the specific
It's
card, but maybe you can, Troy.
1990. It's like 94, 95 Pinnacle. Sylvain Touge is there? Who's it?
Persian.
Turgeon, and it's Patrick Kane as a little
Yeah.
boy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a famous one. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people know that one.
Yep.
So when was this card like done? Like how long have you guys had to keep this under the design of this under wraps for?
So, a lot of you guys know, Series One is purely holdover rookies. It has a lot to do with timing and whatnot. Series Two, from a calendar standpoint, almost took the place of when we had to do timing wise for Series One. We did have to hold out to get enough skaters because for some reason there weren't a lot of rookies starting off the beginning of the year compared to other years. And so we wanted to get this one done and get it done right as quick as we could. So we took pictures from the first couple games, and I would say that's when the process started. Once we get the photo done, the design's already made. So everything after that is pretty much just putting the photo into the design that we made from Series One. It was just a matter of making sure he skated, making sure we picked something that everybody liked, and that we hope the consumer will like.
Cool. Okay, well, we have 12 packs to open in our box. This is the part of the show I'm most terrified with, by the way, because you thought the going to the picture was smooth. We're gonna try to go now to. We got to remove your screen, right? Try. We're gonna go to
Yeah,
pack cam.
Pat Cam, bring it up.
Bring up the pack cam right here. Oh my gosh, look at it. Pack cam. Here we go. Very, very new, very new for us to our show. And then we've already showed Billy this. We're very excited about opening pack one here. But I just thought it'd be kind of a fun opportunity, Billy, with you to look at some of the cards and maybe like I said, an entree into some discussion. So I'm going to go and try not to cut my fingers off here. We'll open the box. Oh my gosh, I almost did.
I better not see any cards go off the screen.
Yeah.
Now, Troy, one thing we got to talk about is if we pull the 101 here, half is yours and half is mine. And I'm a nice guy, so I'll let. Which half do you want?
I said,
I've got the
when we were
knife.
joking, if we hit it, I'm immediately hitting end stream. We are driving to Buffalo to David Adams, and we're gonna be like, here it is.
If the stream just cuts instantly, Troy and I are rich. So just keep that in mind. All right,
Yeah,
here,
there's
opening the
taxes.
box here.
Everyone forgets about
Pull.
taxes.
Pack out. We'll get rid of the box. Here we got our first pack. Gonna try to do this.
Here we go, Josh. You'll love You'll love this comment. We give free shirts for everyone.
Yeah.
And
Well,
also,
we just have
Robert
to make them
Doyle,
first.
I love this technology. We figured it out, maybe.
All right. Well, we get
All right,
O'Reilly too. That's a big thing for our show. Okay, does this look good, Troy? Here we go. I'm not a breaker. This is my first time doing this. We got
Looks good.
now. One of the things we've told you before, or I guess in the last few releases, I've really appreciated the photos for base cards. Think you guys have upped your game. There's
Look at that. That's awesome. I like that.
In the net. All right, we're not gonna. We'll Linus Allmark.
Do you want me to read stats off for each guy that you pick? We'll be here for 4 hours then.
Yeah. All right, here's our first one. Jordan Kyrou, PC. Okay, so Troy asked me this question.
Yeah.
What is PCs? Is it like a PC computer or personal collection? Explain the theme of this card.
It can be many different things. It can be, player collector. It could be player choice.
So
player
you're saying it's like
character.
a song and you want
So
people to interpret their own meaning from the lyrics or something
So
like that?
it's kind of a mix of two things. It's kind of a mix of, the old video game aspect. They have stars on the player, whichever player was active, and then they like an old video game, with some gaming terminology, basically.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Player character. All right, here's the next hit. I've received a lot of us actually at a local card shop watching people open boxes. A lot of people like the design of Deep Roots. I had a theory here, but then I don't think the checklist matched it out. Well, when I looked at this card, I thought, well, is this players that have played their whole career in the same city? Am I wrong there?
It's supposed to be players that have been with a team for a while.
Okay.
Maybe not like every single game of their career, but someone that has established themselves with a specific team. And man, these pleasantly surprised me. It's got like a little soft touch on there. When you feel it, it's not like your regular card. The foil looks amazing on it. I thought it's just kind of an interesting concept, and I think our design team just crushed it. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect feedback wise, because we put trees on a hockey card and all these roots and stuff. But I think this is one of those things where I think the technology actually helps the card a lot too, and makes it look a lot better.
Mm-hmm. All right, last hit. Oh, it's not Betsy. How do you say this guy? It's
Stanislav Thosel, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Still got what? 5 more chances. Here's a good photo of a DeBrincat. Then
Not as good as next year's when he's on the Red Wings.
Ooh, yeah. Well, speaking of Red Wings, there's your guy Dylan Larkin.
Yes, sir.
Trevor Moore. Asta. This is a great card.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Love the photo on this one. And then Colin Blackwell finishes it off. All right, so that's pack 1. How did that go?
Went well. Got a lot of comments on it. People like the Deep Roots, and
I think I had the wings in that break, so at least I got a hit, right?
Yeah.
Your spot's $700, so you can just pay us whenever. All right, well, we got 11 more to go because I made 11 graphics, so we're more graphics, so we're definitely opening up 11 more packs. So, all right, we got through the Bedard Young Guns. Is there a okay? Here's a question I have for you because, and we've talked to you enough to kind of get through this, and maybe we'll run into one of these cards. Is there a card that came out different than you thought it was going to be, either good or bad? Because you design these cards, they're digital, right, through that design process, and then you kind of see the finished product. And we have had a couple cases where it's maybe worked out better than you thought, and maybe worked out not as good as you thought.
The one that surprised me a little bit, because you can't always, when you look at like a sheet, you can't always tell, like a just a piece of paper with a design on it. You can't always tell exactly how it's going to show. The one that surprised me a little bit, and it's not a bad card. It's still a fun card. Is Director of Boards. It's supposed to kind of look like a business card. And I think the foil might
Mm.
might take away from that business card aspect of it. I still think it's a really cool card, nice card. I think our team did a great job finding some good images that fit the theme of the insert. What's funny is that insert I wanted to put like the address of each arena on the card, but unfortunately that one got turned down by legal. So you just have the team name. I think it might look a little more like a business card if we were able to put all the bells and whistles on it. But I still think it's a cool card. I've told people after having a little conversation with Tiger Williams about 7 8 years ago. I try to give a little love to enforcers in sets, so they don't always get all the glamorous insert cards. So I
Are
usually
we
try
gonna
to
have a we're gonna
throw them
have
a
a
little bit of
Matt
love.
Rempe monster season
Yeah.
set next year?
Uh, Nobody cares about Connor Bedard anymore. They just want
With a
Rempe. When's the Rempe Young Guns,
crimson
Billy?
crimson parallel.
Yeah,
Is
there
that
you
what you're
go.
Yeah.
looking
There you
for?
go.
So on the director of boards, I'm surprised you didn't try to get legal to approve just doxing all the players and putting their home address on the cards. That would have been. I would have loved that.
That's another, like, we have to be very careful of what we show too, because
Yeah.
we don't want to show players getting hurt. We don't want to. I mean, people get checked in the boards. That's part of the game. So we just can't show people getting hurt or blood or stuff like that. But as I said, there were some definitely some good images that uh, fit the theme of the insert.
Yeah, okay. Here's a comment that came up, and this confused me a little bit today too. So the last uh, I guess your marketing team sends us updated release calendars and schedules. The last one that we had got from them said that retail comes out on the 13th, so a week from today. But in all the local card shops, there's blasters and tins. And then I actually even went to like a Walmart and Target. A number of people had messaged us that they did too. And as far as like traditional like big box retailers, it doesn't seem to be in there yet. So is retail officially out now too, or is it?
If
Do
if
we
you
know?
ask people, retail was actually out a few days ago.
Yeah,
That's I was gonna say we
true.
saw some
It
leaks
depends
and
on
yeah,
what state you live in.
yeah.
I don't have control over what like I build a certain number of retail tins and boxes and blasters and hanger packs and all that stuff. I can't tell you necessarily who gets what and when they go and when they're going to get released. I do know that people have been finding blasters in stores. Sometimes retailers, they have a specific day that they put out new product,
Yeah, their
Mhm.
vendor
so
comes.
they
Yeah.
might have the product and it might not come out until Thursday or whenever. I read a post somewhere about that where oh, my guy usually comes on Thursday, so I'll be waiting there tomorrow. But I don't have any control over when and trust me, when stuff came out early, I was on the phone with I got a few messages. What's going on, Billy? And we passed that information on to the appropriate people, but that's not my division there,
Mhm.
unfortunately. I wish I had an answer for you.
Uh, Another card, Billy, that's gotten a lot of attention today, and I saw a couple of these pulled at the local card shop I was at. Maybe Troy, you can look for one of these
I'll look for
on
them.
eBay or something like that. Are the glaring cards
Yeah.
where it's a very close? That's a very unique card that I
So
can't think of anything similar to that. So what's this backstory there?
So, there is I go to Comic-Con every year, or I don't know if you didn't know, you
Yeah.
know now. And there's one time this guy, he's like, "Hey, I know you get in there, you can get in there early. Can you go to this booth? And there's this artist that makes these eye portraits of like villains or superheroes and stuff like that." And so I went there and I'm like, "Man, that's a really cool idea concept, just showing the eyes." And so I've just kind of been waiting for a time to use it, and I thought, this might be a fun time to put this as an insert. We did other inserts that had kind of, the Intimidation Nation with the
Hmm.
goalies and stuff. So yeah, I thought this might be a time to put that in there. It just kind of reminds me of the artwork that I had seen. A lot of
Mhm.
times, my ideas aren't necessarily don't come from cards. They actually will come from, pictures or art or even like ads or just other things. It's and that's kind of what happened here.
Pack odds are decently tough on this one too, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, Troy, if you have the checklist, but
It's
like
one in
1 in
67, I think, if I remember
Yeah, I
right.
okay,
was gonna say I think you get like two or three a case, something like that.
okay. The next card that I wanna ask you about, Billy, is, right there. Will you pull up the Monster Season card? So Troy and I
Yeah.
were talking about this one last night, and I think I understand this correctly. So obviously McDavid had a huge year last year,
Mhm.
153 points. And there's 82 specific cards. So is it basically one that commemorates every game
Yeah,
that he had last year? Is this the
every
first time you guys have done something like this?
no, I think they've done stuff like this for the Yankees, and for like Crosby, I think, had something like this. But from like a season, like non-rookie season, it's been a while. I'll just put it that way. And let's just be honest, the guy had a phenomenal year, almost averaged 2 points a game, which hasn't been done in a long time. And we wanted to do something. The original name of the insert was actually McMonstrous season, but unfortunately, again, there's just some things that we want to be careful. So we just,
So
I
you're
don't know if
telling
he,
me you can't do a McJesus set?
yeah, exactly. Sometimes players like things, sometimes they don't. We don't want to piss off our spokesman,
Yeah.
so we just stuck with Monster Season. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There's you can put together a binder of every single game of the season. It'll tell you his stats and stuff from the game, and then we actually made a parallel version of it that's numbered to 153 for the number of points that he scored in the season.
Mm.
Mhm. All right, we probably to not have like a 12-hour show. We think we have to go back to Pack Cam a little bit
Yep,
here.
do Pat Cam, but then I'm gonna bring up our good friend name, ask a question. Thoughts on my solo hosting last week? So Billy, I know you're a big fan. You probably, I'm sure you listened to it a couple times, but if you didn't, I had to do the show by myself. So talk about Josh. Josh left us, went on vacation, so I had to do it all by myself. It went well. I got
Did
some good
you
feedback.
did you spend like 45 minutes talking about a player that wore a specific number and
About 10
how
minutes.
much that
I
Ooh.
meant to you?
Yeah, I did about 10 minutes on the players, and it was just we're getting to those numbers, Billy, where the runners up are pretty, let's just say, not very exciting.
Well, speaking
So
of exciting, let's see if our Bedard chase dreams come true here, Troy. Nice little photo there of Brendan Gallagher. Good job, Billy and crew. Oh, looks like Jamie Drysdale's trying to figure out what happened 2 seconds ago. The rat. Our first checklist, not the one we exactly want, but Kuzmenko and Johnston, a couple of 2022-23
Oh,
rookies.
speaking into existence.
Yeah. There's one of 82. Oh, one thing we should mention about this too is there is a out of 153 parallel, right? That has the which is the number of points that he scored.
Yeah, were you
Is it
not
four?
listening? Billy just said that like
Thanks.
Oh,
2 minutes
I wasn't.
ago.
Sorry. I was thinking about Pat Cam. Stop it.
He gets very nervous about Pat Cam. We had to do yesterday. We did like an
Yeah.
hour of testing this thing out. So
How many times did you wash your hands and file your fingernails today, Josh?
Zero. So we got that going. So thanks for making like I already don't have 4,000 things I'm self conscious about, but sure, let's just pile it on. Well, first off the bat, I love this card because it's got our boy on here, Dollar Bill Krill. Kind of. So, what was the? Oh, Troy actually looked up last night the definition of ecliptic.
Oh yeah,
What was the dictionary definition again, Troy? Do you remember?
I can't remember, but I thought it was a made up word, so I'm like, I got to look this up. And no, it's an actual word, and it actually fits the card. It's concentric circles, something around the globe, something or other. But yeah,
It's very
it's a
mathy, Billy.
yeah.
What's going on with this card?
Hey, Google searches are amazing. Um, no, I kind of, you have when someone's doing like a slap shot, they come. It's almost like, it's almost like a full circle, and then you
Oh,
kind of have your planet almost like an eclipse sort of thing. So we just kind of turned the shot and the meaning kind of into a card. Like I
and
say,
this is
I draw stick figures when I give these guys direct. I don't know if I have any here. Like I'll just hide the name of it, but like this is good for me. Like if you could see it, it's just like, oh,
Oh
there's a
yeah.
player, and like you're lucky if you get that from me. Usually it's like stick figures and stuff. So the fact that our design team can decipher my stick figures and turn it into something cool and look good, I'm very happy. Yeah,
yeah.
see,
I
all
talked to
these ones
Jean
on my
McLeod
desk
all
I
about
can't
you.
show you.
She was on a week or so ago. Was an amazing guest,
You
and
know, you know what's funny is because I'm known a little bit sometimes to be stubborn, and like I'll want designs a certain way, and Jean, is the same. Jean has a lot of great ideas that she wants to do stuff, and everyone was a little worried that there might be a little bit of head bumping. And I'll be honest with you, it has been amazing working with Jean. You know, she's done a great job with a number of the sets that I've worked on, and I'm extremely happy to be working with her. And it's been the exact opposite of that. We have been able to work together and gotten some really nice designs out there. I don't think Gene worked on this set, but there's some future sets that I'm really excited about that we collaborated on.
well,
And when I
yeah,
say
you're kind of
collaborated, I mean she took my concept, and a lot of times she'll take my concepts and make them even better. And we have plenty of designers that do the exact same thing. That's what I love working here. Like our design team is top notch.
all right. Our PC card Krill. I'm gonna guess that next one's on a roll. Oh yeah, I've opened up a few boxes today. So last one is honor roll. It seems like that portraits and honor roll are the kind of the two mainstay, sort of more common inserts that tend to kind of live on year to year. Is that a good way of putting it?
Well, I gotta have my portraits. I gotta. I can't keep the set. I can't have this set be boring. So yeah, their portraits are there. Honor roll, you might not see it in the future. I think it's done it's lived its course, and you might see other stuff in the future. But for now, yeah, honor roll is one of those inserts that you'll see a bunch of.
So does that make this sort of an honor roll eulogy episode then a little bit? Is that what we're thinking?
They're still extended. I'm not sure if it's in extended. I have to go look, but
Mhm.
I don't know if you'll see it next year, at least in Series One or Series Two.
Uh, I kind of tend to agree with you that it's probably lived its course. So I think that's a good move. How do you decide, especially these more like common inserts that don't have real crazy pack, or even a card like the glaring one that we just looked at in the first or between pack one and pack two? How do you decide which ones sort of continue on versus ones that are more one hit wonders?
I mean, that's a great question because there are some that I thought were one-hit wonders that have stayed. Dazzlers is one of those that, oh, let's do this for a year, and a lot of it has to do with the people, the feedback that we get. If people like them, if we feel that, um, we can continue to put players on these designs that people will enjoy. So, and if you have a lot of rookie content in it, then yeah, it's almost like it's new every year. Um, Another one that I liked that we kept this year was the highlighters.
Mhm.
and the population count. It's fun to put PETG or acetate cards into sets. People like those, and the concepts are kind of cool. There's different levels to the highlighters. There's different level of scarcity, and obviously with the population count, they should be all numbered properly this time around. So yeah, it's just kind of, sometimes it's a gut feeling, sometimes it's kind of from feedback, and it's kind of fun to figure out what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep.
Do you know our little tie into highlighters? You probably don't. But
The oh no.
so no, so series 1 came out and I love acetate cards. The introduction of color into acetate, I got really excited about that with series 1, and so I was all about it. And on release day, got very, very excited, and all the things that we try to teach on the show, forgot every single one of them. And I still today have spent the most money of any person ever on an orange highlighters. So
No problem.
yeah,
Very proud of it.
I think it's
All right,
$80
Josh.
on a City Crosby. You can go look it up.
All right, Josh. We're getting backtracked with a bunch of questions for Billy.
Okay.
So I'm going to show a couple. We'll start with this
Rapid
one.
fire, let's go.
Here we go. So Michael Braun, been watching breaks all day long. Have not seen anyone pull a so-called Easter egg or photo variant. Is there any in season 2? Can you answer that question?
Season
Yeah,
series.
they're pretty
Or
much
series 2, sorry.
they're pretty much the same. I'll be honest with you. Like, people have problems sometimes finding our Easter eggs. So in the future, you'll see us kind of simplify it, or maybe not even throw Easter eggs in there, just so you guys know what you're getting. Because I feel sometimes people will look at sets and see a checklist and be like, well, this isn't that strong. And then all of a sudden they
Mm,
realize there's some nice Easter eggs in there that really bring value to the set. And we decided that maybe we'll give you a little more information on Easter eggs. But yeah, you'll see that there should Fanimations in there. There's different photo variations in there. They're there.
okay.
They're just, they're Easter eggs. They're not. One thing about Easter, I don't want them to fall in one a case.
Yeah.
If you find something one a case, then it's really not rare. So you'll see a lot of times if I have something that's something like 16-bit, those fall quite not very often, I guess is what I'm
Mhm.
trying to say.
All right.
Okay, Troy, I just want to kind of cut in because a lot of people in the chat have been asking sort of the elephant in the room
Elephant in the room.
kind of question about price. And we were, when we announced that we were going to do the show tonight, Billy, got a lot of comments from people about asking us about the price. They're $300 hobby boxes for series 2. And what I try to tell people, not that you're very open and honest about answering questions, you can. I try to set the expectation, at least with people, that you don't set the price. It's not your department. But you might have an opinion on it, maybe. And I'm not trying to talk for you, but it has been a little bit of sticker shock to the hobby. We did a whole bunch of research and went back, and if you looked at the flagship release before the McDavid Young Guns, so this is going way back 10 years ago in a much different landscape, of course, but 2014-15 Series 2 came out, and then there's about a 30% increase between that and the Series 1 release the following season that had the McDavid Young Guns. We have basically 170% increase from what people are buying today, retail wise, from card shops and like David Adams between Series 1 and Series 2. And are you guys worried about that? About how do you think it's maybe a one-time thing and it kind of normalize back, or what's sort of the thoughts that you guys have had about the pretty aggressive increase in prices that we've had?
Well, I even asked, I knew this question was coming up, and the answer to this is we don't set the SRPs.
Oh,
We don't control the market. So if the market feels that there's a rookie out there that is worth this much money, and then the shops or distributors or whoever decide, well, if this is worth this much money, this is how much I should get per box for it, then that's what they do. We don't set that the SRP for the customer. So that's pretty much my answer for it. People can look back at prices and kind of see, and hype will change the market. but we don't set the SRP. If p- look at what people could buy this for a month ago, look at what people could buy this for 2 months ago. It's the market that's determining this.
You've been at Upper Deck since right around 2015, if I remember correctly. So it's not like you've been there going back to Crosby and Ovechkin that long. But how is the hype over Bedard? Is there any comparative that, or even guys that maybe like a Steve Phillips that's worked in the industry for a little, like what are they saying about comparing him to anything that's happened prior in the hobby?
I think it's right up there with Aaron Ekblad, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Kyle Yakupov.
Yeah,
Yeah, now
I mean
Yakupov.
the hype of Ekblad was crazy. No, I was here for McDavid. That's the first season that I like. I started the year before, and then the first season that I really started building sets was McDavid's rookie year, and we tried to prepare for it, and it was bigger than what we even thought, and so that was a big deal. And then we were shocked because we had the same thing the next year because Matthews decided to drop 4 goals his first game. And so that brought that whole hype. When you have a market like Toronto with the top rookie, that's always a big deal also. There have been guys that um, have been perceived to be very good rookies or very good prospects, but not really to this fashion since McDavid. So I've seen hype, but I haven't seen anything like this. This is bigger than McDavid. When I say this is bigger than McDavid, I'm not saying it's bigger than McDavid, like he's a better player than McDavid.
Yeah.
That's yet to be determined. I'm saying the hype is bigger than 15-16.
So I was on the David Adams show this morning. They kind of asked me this question. I think it's a really hard one to answer, but I'm really intrigued by it, and I've thought about it a lot myself. What is it about this kid that has caused? Is it just a perfect storm? You think of a lot of things that came together. Is there something about him specifically that has had the whole hobby going
Da-
crazy for him?
David Adams puts out $1 million bounty, and they want to know what's
They
up
want to know
with this
why
kid.
they're doing that.
Yeah.
They didn't think
He's
about
he
about
you
that
just
before.
at his age, you just watch how he moves with the puck, what he can do, um, and he's already at that level. I remember, I went to my first Toronto game at the last expo, and you hear people talk about Matthews, but when I saw Matthews on the ice for the first time, I could just look at him and said, "That guy's different."
Yeah.
That guy is different. And when you see Bedard on the ice, it's just you just look at him and say that guy is different. He's doing stuff that's different than what your normal Justin applicators can do out on the ice. Yeah, I have to
Right.
bust out a applicator reference there. That's
We need our
that's
button bar.
that's my boy.
Yeah. Well, maybe if we hit a Bedard Young Guns, we'll sell it, and Troy will buy a button bar here. All right, here we are in pack 3. Jonathan Huberdeau. Is this like his fall from grace? Is that what this photo?
No, jeez.
We go for some unique imagery.
There you go. Line in. All right. Craig Keller. I like him. Here we go. Getting close to next one. We have our second young. Oh, it's a Dazzler. McTavish. Did you guys make blue Dazzlers tougher to hit? I was watching a breaker who had been through 8 cases and had one Bedard Dazzler today.
They're one a box. It's just a matter of how many
Okay.
dazzlers there are per. So you get one blue dazzler a box. So
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's tough or not. The one that changes every once in a while is the pink. Sometimes you get 2 a
Mm.
case, sometimes you get 1 a case throughout the years. But the blue dazzler's always been 1 a box. So you're not going to get like 1 in a case, technically.
Oh, here we
There's
go.
my
Patty Maroon. Okay, so this is where you said like maybe down here in this part of the card would maybe have looked more like a business card in a perfect world.
yeah, I mean the shiny, like you don't get too many business cards that are shiny.
Yeah.
Where's mine? Yeah, see that's not very shiny.
Mhm.
I'll hide all the
Right.
information. Where is it?
Here's
Yeah,
my
I'm already,
business
I'm
card.
already
Don't
worried.
call me.
I'm already worried people are going to try to copy my badge and get into the upper deck building. Sorry, guys. There's a little scanner in there too.
Well, it looks like what is it, Hugh McGing? Very exciting. Troy, never heard of him. So that's two young guns down. Then there's an interesting photo. Brent Burns, always a good subject there. This could be my favorite photo from. I saw this one earlier
Draisaitl.
today. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Draisaitl. It's pretty awesome. Gorge you have there. Really good. Here's a good goalie post, right? Can't get the
I
angle
like
right.
it. Yeah, look at that. Look at it. Tracking the puck into the blocker. All right, do this, Josh. You should probably open one. That was 3
Yeah,
packs. You should probably know.
yeah.
But here, I'm gonna ask names. Or whoops, sorry, that was the wrong question. This one, Billy, I'll give you kind of a softball. Is this a career you've always wanted to get into, or did something lead you into this area of work? That's from
So
our friend name.
so I went to school for I started off going to college for marketing. And
Okay.
when I got into marketing, I got into those accounting classes, and I was good. I'm good at math and all that stuff, but I would miss one credit or one debit, and my teacher would give me half credit and everything.
Yeah.
And what I found out, what I thought was marketing, which is in the School of Business at the college I went to, is actually advertising. So
Hmm.
I wanted to go into advertising, which deals with being creative and stuff like that. And so I went into advertising and public relations because it's like combined at Grand Valley,
Yep.
and graduated from there. And I ended up I had a few odd and end jobs, but I worked in the restaurant business for quite some time. And what's funny, and I've explained this, what's funny is, oh, and how I got the job basically in California, it's who you know. But no, I had known Jason previously. He's married to one of my good friends from college, and we would meet up in California every now and then during Comic Con and other times. And he had mentioned, "Hey, we're looking for people," and he knew that I had a background in collecting cards. I've collected since the set that really started me collecting was probably '87 Topps baseball, that wood border, pretty
Yep.
iconic. And
Yep.
so I just I there were two positions open, and had a few interviews, and just ended up getting this job. And yeah, it's a dream job. Like who doesn't want to make, if you collect trading cards, who doesn't want to make
Yeah.
trading cards? I'm thankful for it every day. I have a blast. I can wear sweatshirts to work, and and enjoy what I'm doing. And the restaurant business is not what I have to do when it comes to building sets and everything. Did you get a big hit, and that's why you're holding it here?
No, we
No,
Or
didn't.
I'm just wondering if players ever complain about like their facial expression on their cards.
I've had wrestlers. I've had um, Jamie Hayter came up to us, and she's just like, guys, I love the cards and everything. She's like, but I go, I already know what you're gonna say. And she's like, well, I go, no, I know what you're gonna say. She's like, but who decides what pictures are gonna be used? I'm just like, I don't want to like we didn't do her justice her first two trading cards. So we fixed that. But yeah, occasionally people will be like, come on, like that's what you gave me.
You know who Troy's really critical, and it has to be something about just the way that his facial expressions or mannerisms.
Yeah.
But Cole Caulfield has weird mouth in every photo.
Yeah, it
You
has to
know,
be him though, because it's just like unless someone at Upper Deck really doesn't
Oh
like
wait,
him.
did Jack Quinn played at Michigan?
Oh yeah.
well he's
Oh,
yeah,
then I don't care. He can look like that.
yeah. Well he's an honorary Hughes brother. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Jack Quinn. Yeah. All right. That was pack 4. No Bedard yet. I feel I'm not a millionaire. So
Our millions are slipping away as we speak. All right, we got questions, Billy. There's so many questions in here. I apologize to everyone watching. I'm way
we're
behind
doing
on
our
them.
best. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. Sports car professor. I was watching a Canadian Breaker get a Bedard Young Guns, but the corner was damaged. This is something that can be reported to Upper Deck customer
Ooh.
service.
I think I watched the same break because it was one of the first breaks of the day. He said there was a little white and there was corn damage. I'm looking at it on my phone, so I
Yeah.
couldn't necessarily see. If you feel that the card isn't going to doesn't meet your the quality expectations that we have provided, yeah, you can talk to customer service. Whether or not that's the case in our customer services eyes, that's for them to determine. Like I mentioned, I don't do customer service. I don't do redemptions. But if you feel that the card's damaged, then give them a call and see and open up a case. But you know, uh, not every card's going to be a 10.
Yeah.
And if every card was a 10, then the the grading companies would make a lot of money because everyone would be grading them all. But um, yeah, so there might be some 9s, there might be some 8s. Our goal is to make every card an 8. And if you feel like you got a 5 or a 4, yeah, talk to our customer service.
Mhm.
See if you can do something about it.
It's the double-edged sword, the whole, like, kinda like
Oh,
well, we really talk about this a lot in terms of gem rate, Billy, where you want every card out of a box to be a 10 because it stinks when you get one and it's not perfect and you can see maybe a little softness on a corner or something like that. But then down the road, as you want these collector pieces to maybe appreciate or be investments, cards like I'll give you an example of a card that I actually think is a really nice card, but it's the Jack Hughes Young Guns from 2019. Its gem rate is over 70%. And so, which means that the population at PSA 10 or whatever grading company you use is going to be really high for that card. And so it kind of maybe hurts the value down the road because it's not as rare, of course. And then what we've seen in the last, really since the 2022 or 2021 even, is that it seems like the gem rates have been for a lot of these guys. There's some exceptions, but around 30-35% somewhere in there. And my question about that to you is, in your mind, is there like an ideal sort of like gem rate of balance that you try to hit along the lines of what you're just talking about?
um, yeah, it's 100. It's
I
100.
love that
I
answer.
just
Just
said
leave
that.
it
It's
as a
like,
deep sigh
yeah,
and
we
we'll
would
just move
we would
on.
love them all to be 10s. We would love them all to be 10s. But we also know that these cards are put into sleeves and feeders and touched and moved and packed, and it's tough. So we would love them all to be PSA 10s or whatever other grading company that you use. But we can't. You know, yes, variety does help also when you're collecting. And I'm gonna already answer K-Man Corner's question. I don't determine the price on EPAC.
Oh, I was
That's
gonna bring
that's
that one
done.
up because I know we've asked you that
That's
before, and
that's
it's
done
like,
at yeah, that's done
yeah,
after the fact. We don't want to undercut shops.
yeah.
So we're very cautious about that. We care about our brick and mortars. So and it's going to be out for it's not going to be out for a while on EPAC. So you know it'll be determined at a later date. So and I have nothing to do with that whatsoever. I have no control over it. That's a different pay level that gets to determine that.
All right.
Uh, Do you
Do we
want to
need to
ask?
keep
I was going to say this question. I know the answer already. I think it's on the back of the cards, but just in case, Top Shelf Cookie Sniper podcast, our friend. If where were these Series 2 printed? I think it was
I,
Italy, right?
I think
Again,
it says on the
yeah, I think it
card
says on
on the
the back
box.
too.
Yeah, these were printed in Italy. Yes.
Mhm. All right, do we have a lull in questions, Troy? Should we go back to Pat
Yeah,
Cam?
go. I'm so far behind. Like I'm
All right, you can tease them up and we'll go
never. I
back
was just saying
to
this. Never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd have this many comments on a show. It's way over 100. I mean, I'm lost. Like, I'm just scrolling through trying to find stuff.
Well, aren't
all right.
like half the comments just commenting about Josh's hands and how huge
Some,
they look on the screen?
yeah, there was one about why one of your thumbs is way bigger than the other.
Ah, now I'm gonna sit in the mirror, cry in the mirror all night. You guys have no
I
idea how
it's probably
sensitive
because
I am.
I can see that, like, I didn't know where your camera was at your house, but it's probably to the side and it's probably one of them's closer. It's a perspective thing, probably.
Hey, and only Troy would know this, but how horrible my computer is. The fact that this even works is a miracle. There's, oops, I just hit the. All right, come on. Let's get that 101 here.
We need diapers, or baby needs diapers.
PCs.
Zebras.
Zegras. This would have been great hit a year ago. Okay, you don't control that, Billy, but it hasn't been good. Roman Yossi, he was just on Who's Hot last episode. Very underrated, Billy. Do you know that he scored the most goals of any defenseman in the last 5 years and nobody cares?
I've had him on my fantasy team multiple times. Yes.
Okay. All right, last hit. Here we go. Another honor roll. This is a rookie.
Boom.
Samuel Bulldog.
No, you guys didn't put the rookie on the honor rolls for the rookies this year. Have you ever done that, or am I just?
Yes, I think so.
And Dylan Holloway, Dylan Strome, Hedman, Heiskanen. All right. Do we want to do another one, Troy, or do you have some questions to tee up?
I got this one. I'm not exactly sure what it's asking, but we'll just see if Billy knows. Which date does Upper Deck select the Young Gun photos? On November 12th, Bedard had an amazing picture taken of Celio after his goal against Florida. I'm guessing it's probably a bunch of different dates that they take pictures and you guys get approved and all that stuff.
Yeah, we've got photographers at games, and like one of the things for a lot of these young guns and stuff, it's like our coordinators are top notch. Oh, there's 6-pack.
We're halfway.
Our coordinators are top notch. They do all the digging. They know, hey, we need a photographer at this game. So and so just got called up. He's going to be skating tonight. Get pictures of him, and so then they will focus on him, because we got a lot of sets and we need a lot of rookie imagery. So they're on the ball with that for sure. And our photo department, like I said, they know what to look for. Like I've got like the penalty box variations.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that. Guess what? These photographers don't take pictures of the players in the penalty box, and I will talk with our head of the photo department and say, hey, I have this insert or I have this variation I need, and he'll give specific directions to the photographers to take pictures of specific guys that are in the penalty box.
I don't think we've pulled an instinctive.
We haven't had instinctive yet. The goalie
This
card.
is the goalie set. What was the theme here?
Yeah, I usually like to give I like goalie sets too. People like goalie cards. So being instinctive, that's pretty important in being a goalie. So I just decided, let's make a card of it. And like I said, I think our design team did a good job. We tried to find photos of them making saves, or like in motion to make a save or something, just kind of helping describe the insert name with the photo.
I did notice no flower on the checklist. Did you guys only go with like starting goalies on this one? Was that the idea?
A lot of the time, I don't even think the insert is 30 cards, so we're not even going to get one from every team. So if you're going to backups, sometimes it's tough. Not to say that he doesn't deserve to be on there, but he can't. We mix it up.
I think our Bedard Young Guns is next. So moment of silence, please.
Close.
Not Bedard. Pretty close. Maskey Samskovich. There we go.
There's so many Blackhawk Young Guns in this set too. I've seen so many people get fooled, and I don't know how. Well, they'll do it. You can't even. I'm sitting here pointing at the screen like which way the card goes, but they'll see the Blackhawk foil team logo, and I'm just like, it's a white jersey, guys. It's not Bedard if it's a white jersey. He's got a red jersey.
What's this? Could this be it? Could this be
two in a row? Another Young Guns? No, this could be some base. Oh, that's a cool picture.
Look at that.
That might be my favorite card. That might be my favorite card. That's great.
Oh my god.
So Billy, someone in our comments
with the outburst, that does not look
oh my, I just saw that.
Billy, this is a family show.
Billy,
stop it.
Family show. Someone put in the comments, Billy, and I can't find it now, of course, but that there was a lot of pictures with guys on their sides, on their butts.
On the screen. I gotta take a picture.
How about these two?
I gotta take a picture of that.
No, put it down, Josh. Put it down so we can get the.
Okay.
No.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah, someone had a question, or they had a comment about how there's a lot of pictures of players on their back sides. But I like that. More action.
I like these two together. Here you go.
Here, I'm gonna ask.
Shay's really happy about it.
Yeah. That's
Um,
fantastic. That's my new favorite card. I am so going to buy one of those online.
oh,
I don't
you
need
just have
to.
this
We
one.
have it. We have it. Here we go. Here's a question, Billy, from Sanderson to Or. Billy, I opened an entire box of Series 1 at work. There were only 2 Bruins cards in the box. My question is, did you do this to me on purpose? And did you do it again in Series 2? Thank you.
Oh, well, Eric, um, I can't believe you actually opened some modern product because he never does open modern product. Look, Eric, we're making a whole set of Boston players, so
Yeah.
we can't fill it all up in Series 2. We got to save some of those players for the Boston Centennial set.
Okay. Hey, Troy, do we have more
Yeah.
questions or do we want to look in at some secondary
There's
market
I've
prices?
probably missed a bunch. I'm gonna apologize to everyone. There's some great comments, but I don't want to put them on there because we're a family show. But the Burt Reynolds pose is pretty good.
Yeah. There we go. Have you looked at secondary market values at all today, Billy?
So personally haven't, but both sides of me kept yelling out prices throughout the day. Plus, there's this uh, there's this Instagram page I follow that kept posting first prices of specific cards like the Outburst or the Young Gun and whatnot. So I did see some of those. Not to say that I'm playing on Instagram all day at work, but um, so I've seen some, but I haven't done a deep dive into it.
Were you surprised to see his Young Gun base going for, in some cases 1100? The range seems to be low 700s to
Yeah,
1100, somewhere in that range.
it's here's the thing is yes and no because the price of a box because of the price of the box I think that's determining part of the price of the card.
Hmm.
If the price of the box did not cost that much, I don't know if it would be that high. But because it is where it's at, I think that is also a determining factor on what people are valuing the card out to be. That's
Mhm.
just my honest opinion.
Yeah, so the two that we kind of reported on were, I think, the very first
Yeah.
base Young Guns that sold for about 900 this morning. Like I said, the range is 700 to 1100, and it's sort of been all over the place really throughout the day. And of course, as we always say, when we talk about sales, we talk about especially eBay ones that are verified in Terapeak, and it looks like that second Alper
Yep.
Silver is paid for. So
Got
now we have
got paid
two
for.
Alper Silvers that are right around $2,400, which is what's that, three and a half, or about 2.5 times what a base Young Guns is going for, roughly, something like that. And these cards are, so when we did our post, I calculated the odds. So odds to hit any Young Guns is one in 60 packs, I think. And for Outburst, and then the Bedard is one in 50, so it comes out to one in 3,000 packs. So pretty tough odds there, Billy, to hit that card.
Yeah. Yup.
How do you I really like the Outburst. I think that they're, especially our Kyle Palmieri, which is, Troy and I are going to fight over for hours after the show. Where does the Outburst go from here? The design.
I don't think we're messing with it. I think I mean, the name is Outburst. It's basically
Hmm.
that's what the card and the design is.
Well,
And,
plus it's one
we'll
year,
have,
right? It's got to breathe a little before you start doing some other stuff with it, I would think.
yeah. And, the fact that there's two parallels to it. When we did the Outburst cards at first, Grant really didn't even want it to be as common as it was. And I was like, Grant, it's replacing the French parallel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it needs to, be in there. And I'm like, it's a when you talk about adding value to a box, you see a card like this, I think it adds value to a box. Not necessarily obviously the Bedard adds lots of value to the box, but this compared to a little shift where things are written are in French compared to something that looks like this, I think that added value. And so Grant agreed and allowed me to put them in one per box. And I said, we'll have rare versions, but I think this is just something I don't, this card, I don't want to hide it.
Hmm.
Billy, I have to show you this. You might have seen this. Can you see my screen? I don't know
Yeah.
how someone did this, or they sold it. Looks like a fake one because that's not the picture, obviously. But this is therapy, so someone paid it, but it's going to authenticity guarantee. I would love to know what happens with this one when they get it. If they just like, whoops, what is this? But
Yeah. I have a feeling the upper deck police are going to be
yeah,
on
that was
overtime
weird. Yep.
coming up here with all the people trying to make money off of this, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Then we're talking about money. So here's a good question, Billy. This is all for you. Quick question from Cast 99. Should I invest in Bedard Young Guns or Bitcoin? What do you think?
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna answer that just because
No financial advice on our show
I
there.
don't do, yeah, I don't do Bitcoin. I've seen people make a lot of money out of it. I've seen people lose money and then make money and then lose money and then make money. I've got my own financial advisor and I just let them do what they do.
There you go.
And then the Billy financial advisor is he always buys too many wrestling and hockey cards, and they sit in boxes at his house because I don't sell anything. I'm a hoarder.
What did you think when you heard the $1 million bounty from David Adams?
You know, when we talked, we knew there was someone was going to put something out there. You know, you knew some because bounties were becoming the big thing. Other people have been putting bounties on all these different cards recently, and it's just like you're not going to pass up this one. And when we heard that David Adams had put that out there, you know, there was like a ooh and an ah in the office. We were, you know, obviously it's an exciting thing, and hopefully it helps. You know, it the big thing about Bedard, and I've said this on a couple with a couple people, the big thing about Bedard is it's bringing new people into the hockey market, and something like this bounty is also bringing in new people into the hockey market. And now what we need to do is keep those some of those people there. There's going to be the people that just jump in because they want that big hit and are gone, but we want people to jump into that hockey market. And yes, sorry, hockey collectors, I know you guys are a tight knit bunch and don't want many visitors, but we're trying to grow the market. So we hope that people get in here and see what we have to offer, see that you know, boxes aren't necessarily $1,000 for a regular box, and we have a lot of really cool and amazing players. You know, we were talking internally about, you know, how many other licensors really have like the top guys in many sets, like McDavid autographs in a lot of sets, or Ovechkin or Crosby or Matthews. Like a lot of the top guys signed for us in multiple sets, and you don't necessarily see that in a lot of other licenses. So hockey's a cool sport to collect. So I think David Adams is going to bring a lot more eyes to hockey, and we need to take advantage of that.
So I mentioned before we recorded, I went on their show, The Chase, this morning, and I actually asked them two questions because I was really curious about how well. I really wanted to ask him like the marketing strategy behind a bounty because I'm not exactly sure I get it, but wasn't the appropriate venue to do that. But I did ask him two questions, and because I was curious, I said, "Well, what happens to the card? Like once you give them the Gold Outburst 101, and they give you your $1 million for it?" And what they told me is that Adam of Dave and Adams is a huge hockey collector, and he's just going to keep it.
That's what I've heard also.
So I thought that that was uh, pretty interesting. And then the other question I asked him is because I was interested in context as far as how does the $1 million for the Connor Bedard Gold Outburst 101 compare to other bounties that they've issued? And they said for sports, it's the biggest bounty yet.
See, we were wondering, we were talking about that too. And I was trying to think if there were bigger bounties. I was trying to remember if there was a not done by a distributor, but maybe someone else that did a bounty for the triple logo man. Did someone offer like a
like
million or
golden or
2
something like
million or
that.
something.
I think,
I
yeah, Billy, you're right. I think someone did offer a huge amount, maybe over a million. But
that's one of the only cards I know there was like been quarter of a million for some of these for superfractors or for
Yeah.
the Otani cards with Ruth and stuff like that. But like I said, we heard $1 million. It was very eye-opening.
Mhm.
Uh-oh, I see another pack.
You know what's coming, Billy, right?
I,
I told Troy these little stupid graphics took me almost 4 hours. I get
so,
into these
oh, just sorry,
weird
didn't
things.
mean to interrupt you, but the comment, yeah, that was the other card that we had remembered was the ring card. I don't know if that was a million. Someone's saying 2 million, but
oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
Post
yeah, yeah.
Malone.
It
See,
was a
it might have
million, but Post Malone paid 2 million for it.
paid 2 million. Yes, that's what it was. But I think that was $1 million bounty. So yeah, but that wasn't sports, but it was definitely a bounty on a card.
All right, here we go. It's no Bedard's yet. So
Dude, I hope it is a gritty portrait
I
card.
know, Gritty Fortune. I'm all for it.
actually I saw that card live today and it's pretty awesome.
Is it
Very epic.
awesome? Let's
Oh, now
see.
you got to ask your question about that, Troy. Why no?
Bowie? Why no
Yeah, why no?
Bowie?
You want to know because we have original art, and do you know how long it took the Kraken to come up with a mascot?
I don't.
Oh,
It
Oh,
took it
I
took a
got you. I
while.
got you. Yeah.
so I had to
So
stop
that's
here. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you guys have had the best Stuart Skinner
Stuart Skinner's have been
photos.
awesome.
I just wish he was a good goalie. Well, he's been better the second half of the year, but yeah, I don't know what it is about you go back to 2022 as well. Your photo was amazing for him.
Well, yeah, maybe it's the same photographer and he loves Stuart Skinner.
Maybe. All right, is this it, Troy? Is this our?
Oh, another instinctive.
All right, well, it starts with the goalie, and Troy's a goalie coach, so that's got to be a great sign.
so Troy, you appreciate my love for having a goalie insert, usually in these sets.
Oh yeah, I went the
Ooh,
I did
Troy,
the crazy thing. I went through TCDB and started logging every goalie set from every hockey set that's been released. So I'm about halfway through it.
I
so
assume this is a nice one, Billy.
That's
that's a black
awesome.
and yeah, that's a
That's
black and white
awesome.
legend card. So that's your like there's like rare parallels per box. This is you either get like a clear cut, a black and white canvas, or I think it's a fluorescent red. So this is your one of your rare hit. You get more than one rare hit per box, but this is that ratioed rare hit. And the fact that you guys got one of the legend ones, that's nice. Yeah.
Troy's a big Mike Bossy guy,
Yep,
so
I love Bossy.
this one will go in Troy's PC. All right, last one. No idea who that is, but very exciting. Another honor roll. Then we'll finish it off. Pack 7. J Rob. Tommy Novak. Has he been traded yet? Gensel? Do we know?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it come through.
Is he a Red Wing yet? What?
All right. There's pack 7. First big
All right.
hit. I'm not going to sleeve it on cam because people will think less of me, even more so than they already do. Okay, so we've talked about anything more that you think is interesting, Billy, about the set at this point that kind of went into it. The history of it was there parts of it that were challenging to make. Enlighten us.
So one of the things I don't think I brought up in other podcasts and stuff is
Wait a
so
minute. You do other podcasts?
yeah, some people are afraid to go live like you guys and like
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm but one of the things everyone's just like, well, why isn't Bedard in all of these things? And something like Series 2, believe it or not, like there's you can't have rookies in every single form because we got to get some stuff done early and some stuff done later. So I really had to pick and choose like which inserts I wanted to have rookies on because they wanted to have like something like deep. Well, you can't put Bedard in deep roots because it doesn't go with the
Yeah.
theme. But there were some inserts that we just didn't. we didn't have the time to put them in there. Which leads to the next segue. Extended. No, just kidding.
Oh, there's questions about extended. Someone wants to know when it's
Oh,
coming out.
um,
I already
not
know your
soon
answer.
enough.
I already know your answer.
June-ish
But
is my bet.
just a second. I have to fix my hat because people are commenting. I don't need a haircut. It's just it was stuck there. See, now you can tell it's fine. Are you okay, Amanda? She's but yeah, extended. Um, yes, extended. We're gonna hold out as long as possible because someone who you just put her comment up there really wants the Pierre-Luc Dubois LA Kings card. And you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna make her wait a little longer for that, and we'll have to wait on that for a little bit. And everyone can blame Amanda. I'm just kidding. I honestly don't know. A lot of these times it just depends. It depends on like when our vendors are available to do all the pack out
Yeah.
stuff. So and then obviously we wait as long as we can to get the new skidding rookies, and then we have to put them in the insert sets. And let's be honest, extended is known for its rookie content. So and it's nice to have a few. You guys have been patient. I been patient with us. You guys have been waiting to have a big name young gun. And what's crazy is in previous years, like when they had the rookie updates. Speaking of Gunsel, like Gunsel, Matt Murray in the SP rookie updates, great young guns to have after Series 2. And then the first couple years we do extended, we just don't get one of those guys that like pops out during the playoffs or right before the playoffs. Well, because of the scheduling and everything, we were actually able to, we had a number of rookies that we could put in. And a lot of people ask us the decision, how we made the decision to put like Fantilli in two, and Carlson and Cooley and Bedard, and how we decided what was going to go and what. And honestly, it was a no-brainer to put Bedard in Series 2. I think we
Mhm.
announced it during Series 1, but the big question was who else is going to be in there? Should it be 2 and 2? Should it be 3 and 1? And we decided at the time when we were making the selection, Carlson was on fire,
Yeah.
was playing very well. So we decided to put what we thought were the top two rookies in the class. And unfortunately, Carlson got hurt. But what we put the top two rookies at the time in Series 2, and left Cooley and Fantilli for extended.
Mhm. So yeah, the way that I know you're not gonna like get into the checklist, but I'm actually really excited about extended, even as maybe if you don't have the stomach to pay the series two prices. Like right now, pre-sales on online retailers like David Adams for extended, I think are still in the 120 range. And um, based on my crystal ball, well, we know you're going to have the Logan Cooley and Adam Fantilli Young Guns. You're going to have the Bedard Canvas, which you guys have already will maybe make an assumption there might be some Young Gun acetates in there, and then we've seen retro Young Guns in there as well. So there could be a lot of rookie content options. It seems like you're saying, Billy.
And that's what extended was built for. And we're really excited about it. And then you have like your first rounders. Those are coming back. We've just had a problem getting 150 rookies, and I think 2 out of the 3
Mhm.
years we had to do something different, whether it was 30 rookies or add the first rounder. So we decided to kind of add that first rounder insert again. And so there's another chance for a Connor Bedard card that falls at the same rate as a Young Gun. Um, so there's going to be so much content in that. I'm not trying to convince you to start pre-ordering, but you saw what the price of Series 2 did in a matter of months. There's obviously potential for that set. And like you said, the Canvas Young Gun, and the Canvas Young Gun is actually a card that I had conceived for a very long time, and I'm really excited about it. I have the finished version of it right here. Oh no, sorry, can't show you. But it's really cool. And I'm excited about it. So I'm looking forward to extend it also.
But the next question, Troy, we probably should ask, and I'm going to go on a limb and say you're not going to answer, but
Yeah.
Troy and I are very serious hockey card journalists, of course, and so we have to do our job, Billy, and ask that. Did you guys print more Series 2 than Series 1?
I can't answer that.
There, we asked it. We asked it because we're hard-hitting journalists.
No, because UD doesn't print the cards.
There you go. There you go.
Answer the question.
Very,
Answer the
very
question.
political answer.
You gonna run for
Yes.
office
Yeah,
soon,
you
Billy?
know,
We
Or
don't print the cards. So
no.
we printed just as many Series 2 as Series 1.
There you
There we
go.
go. Well, on that note, got to go back to Pack Cam. Very, very exciting for Pack 8.
Number 8. Number 8.
Still have not
Bedard
gotten
dream-
my
Yeah, the Bedard dream is dying.
very slowly, but hey, tip in a chair, Troy. We've got so what is it?
Hey.
5 packs left. So I took it off camera. I'm a bad breaker.
Yeah, you're a bad breaker. Hold on. Someone asked Chris Perkins. I'm going to show it here. And whoops, not that one. Why is it a secret on print runs? I'll just say this. I've watched Jeremy Lee interview the president of Upper Deck, Jason, and asked him the same thing. And it's just, that's how it is. That's the answer. And Jeremy tried to press him to they need to publish print runs. And it's not something they do. So I can answer that one.
We got 2 goalie cards in a row, Troy, to start our base cards here. UC Saros and Jake Allen. So maybe that's a good sign for you that Lappy. Ooh. A Rat Deluxe. There's a Bruins card.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, we sent the wrong box to you guys. That's supposed to go to Eric. Sorry, Eric.
Feels like that almost has like a blue. Is there a blue foil on the Deluxe?
Yeah,
there is, isn't there?
blue. Yep.
Oh, interesting. All right. Eichel PCs could have multiple meanings. We learned from Billy. And then not Bedard Young Gun.
Well, it's because you said the name Billy.
Oh, I did do that, didn't I? Now, do you think Nikolai Ehlers is upset about his receding hairline here and the fact that you've featured that very prominently on a hockey card?
I think he's a very focused hockey player in that photo.
Oh, there's the Kyle Palmieri base card.
There it is. We got both of them.
There it is. Then Eric Carlson project at Ryan Johansson. Should we just go into pack 9, Troy?
Might as well. Keep going.
Stay on
Keep
schedule
rolling.
here. All right. Remember, I spent 3 hours on these graphics, so I'm doing them all.
Hey, Josh, did you like how when they asked the question, Troy's not like, hey, let me get it from Billy, or Billy has said this before. No, let me go above Billy. Okay. let me go.
I do that at work a lot. They don't like it that much.
Yeah, no, nobody does, Troy. That's why you're not supposed to do that. Okay, here's pack 9.
I'm trying to get Billy focused on the cards. I'll handle all these other Upper Deck questions because that's my expertise, I guess.
Troy will be your personal PR manager, Billy.
The first like minute, I didn't realize that. I'm like, "What comments are you talking about?" And I was stuck in private chat, and I was just like,
"Oh,
those
yeah,
there's
fun.
There's a private chat that we don't even know about." Somebody to make that. There are a lot of. I like it. There's a lot of very interesting photos of not just guys, standing there waiting for a face-off. So you did a good job.
So we've had some years where like a lot of the base cards look the same, and I might have given specific directions. Hey, let's, we're known for a unique photography. Let's throw some unique photography out there, and they definitely did that. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like it's kind of cool.
So this is the white sparkle parallel, right? It's a Corel.
Yes, thank you for calling
Instinctive.
it sparkle like it's supposed to be called.
Why? What are people calling it? Or are they calling it or rainbow speckled?
They're calling it pixel. That's probably the name of our competitors, what they call their speckled. Yeah. So they call it pixel. Just like when they call stuff prisms and stuff.
Oh yeah. There's also a gold parallel, which this box doesn't have one, but wait. We might have Young's canvas. It's a checklist.
It's the wrong.
Yeah. Elias Pettersson and Nugent Hopkins canvas checklist. Their first portraits. Clayton Keller. Okay. I've been calling these the English manner cards because they kind of look like they would be paintings in an English manner, right?
This is my favorite. This is my favorite insert set in a while. Be honest with you. A quick note too. Bedard almost didn't make this set. Like initially, we had to we painted a Team Canada one because we had to have these paintings done by a certain time, and we didn't know when. Like he wasn't drafted yet either, and so um, we painted a Team Canada Bedard, and then he got drafted. And then we actually had there's a portrait that hasn't been used because we had to print an extra one in case Bedard didn't skate. The old Jonathan Drouin sort of incident
Mm.
where he got hurt and didn't skate. So the good thing is Bedard ended up going to the Blackhawks, so the red background and everything fit with the Team Canada thing. So he didn't have to change much, but we were able to, from a timing standpoint, last minute like change the background of the image to it. We had to call up the artist and say, "Hey, can you fix this?" They did, and we were able to get him in the canvas set as a Blackhawk.
I'm gonna go on a limb too, just in talking to you now for the last couple of years. That you're a big fan of portraits, and this is one of the cards, not this year, but in years past, that hasn't worked out the way you wanted it to. Right? Yeah, kind of the sepia ones in 2021 that I think, according we're supposed to be more like
That's
Wild
that's
West.
that's the only time it didn't work out.
Okay.
Everything else was done completely 100% the way I intended it to come out.
But yeah,
Next year's is a little different. It's not as wild, but it's still a cool concept. But I'm holding on to this one as long as I can.
and then the parallels for these are there's a silver border out of 99 and then a red border that what is it out of 25 or something like that or
25. Yeah.
lower.
One of my favorite pickups from the expo was from Frank Leclerc pulled a McDavid out of 25, and we made a little trade. So I have the red parallel of the McDavid. I might have to go after the Bedard somehow, some way too. But yeah, that's just a fun set.
All right, we're gonna do one more pack, Troy, because we got to
Yep.
keep on schedule a little bit here. So here's pack 10. We need a Bedard, Billy, and you're letting us down here, Frank.
It's all your fault.
Even though
Part of me, I hate to say this, but part of me is glad this is going so bad. It's not bad, but you know what I mean. Because man, you guys have
Thanks.
had some ridiculous luck lately, and I don't want people thinking that, oh, we're giving Gong Show some
No, we
loaded
got the
box.
receipt for this one. This is from
We
our
have the receipt.
LCS. This is from our LCS.
all right,
Paid good
kinda
hard money for it.
motor
Now you
into
make
the
me
base
feel
cards
bad.
here. Here's a nice little pose there. Little Tyler Toffoli action. All right, come on, Bedard. Your Carlson PC insert. Oh, the first name was right.
Connor, oh, close. So close.
He's not bad though.
That's not a bad one. That's yeah.
No. So it's a con. Is it Zari or Zeri? What's the consensus here?
I have no clue. I'll look at the NHL pronunciation.
Somebody will come in the chat, but it's a Connor Zeri, Connor Zari Young Guns. Lots of Flames Young Guns in this set. Holy cow.
Yeah, no Red Wings. 0.
Then we got another canvas. Oh, it's our boy Troy. There we go.
There you go.
I
That's
wish
a
you would
sweet one.
be in that goal scoring pose a little bit more this year, but a very, very cool card. Definitely as Wild fans love that one. And then Martin Nichas. Now this is the only good mouth Cole Caulfield card that I think has come out.
Oh
yet.
yeah,
So
that's a lot better than his normal
happy.
look.
There's a card I want to make, and I don't know if we can or not, but one of my buddies is a reporter in Detroit, and I was seeing some pictures, and I'm like, wait a minute. And he was at a celebrity golf thing in Detroit, and I'm looking, and it's Zegras golfing, and his caddy was actually Cole Caulfield. And so I want to get a picture of Cole Caulfield caddying for Zegras. I think that'd be hilarious.
That would be awesome.
There you go, Billy.
All right.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, shots fired. So how do you feel about your Red Wings? Are you
We're gonna be. I think we're gonna be the 8th seed. I think we're getting in the playoffs. I'm pretty happy about that. I think whoever we play, I think we'll take them to 6, but I think this is the first step um, towards even better.
You're gonna make some Patty Kane Red Wings cards before
Woo.
it's too late.
I hope so. I hope so. I got to see his first goal as a Red Wing.
Mhm. I actually have a question for you, sort of along those lines that Troy and I have been talking about a little bit. So we've been covering, Fanatics with their acquisition of Tops has done, I think a couple of innovative things. Now hasn't really worked out maybe super well. They've made some errors, like the whole, like, I'm sure you heard about the first card thing, printing the first
Mhm.
base card off the line with first card. They did print the 101 on the back, but forgot to print the first card on the front. But here to there that happen. It's a lot, as we know, goes into this. But they have been trying a lot of new stuff. And what I wonder though is, because as what we've learned from you, Billy, is you guys work these sets so far in advance. Does that hinder you at times for, maybe being a little bit more reactive, or being able to put stuff in a set that, because I don't know, I think in some ways that having these super long lead times, it maybe kind of hamstrings you a little bit.
Um, so look, we're doing a number of things. There's going to be a number of things that come out in products in the future, and yes, it does take some time. Some of the gimmicky stuff that people have been doing, some of it's very interesting, I guess,
Yeah.
is the best way of putting it. But it's doing the job. It is. And so, you can't really knock it. I'll look at some things and be like, that's different, and some people love it, some people hate it, but it's doing the job. So, we're not I don't see us getting too gimmicky. I think we want to be innovative in different ways. And bringing on someone like Jean McLeod has definitely helped out, and her presence here has definitely increased the number of things that we are going to be doing in future products. But as you said, it takes some time. So we're just wait, I guess, is the best way to say it, unfortunately. And you'll see our competitors doing a bunch of different things. And we just don't necessarily do a lot of the gimmicky stuff. And not to say it's bad. And their quote unquote errors, look, we're all dealing with that sort of thing right now. We're all dealing with something like, it's just some people are just so busy, whether it be our vendors, whether it be other people. Some things are getting missed, or some things are being printed incorrectly, or whatever. It's not just them. We've had, you guys
Sure.
know about the population
Yeah.
counts
We
and
got a
those things.
question on it right here.
And you guys know about wording on the back of some cards in the
Yeah.
cup and whatever. So unfortunately, there's human error to cards in making the cards. We're not Robots do not make these sets and build these sets. So from the standpoint of like things maybe not going right all the time, unfortunately that happens. We just try to limit those mistakes. As of some of the ideas that they do, there's somebody eating a lot of tacos right now. I know that much.
Taco Fractor.
I
I
live
love
I live right by Taco Bell, literally at the
it.
bottom of my street. I don't think I can barely eat there like once every couple. I love Taco Bell too, but like I couldn't imagine eating there once every 2 weeks, let alone like once a week and stuff. But um, you know, they they've got some interesting things, and I think you'll see a lot more innovation from uh card standpoint coming our way.
Now, just for posterity's sake, we you did just referenced it, that there was a little bit of snafu with Series One and the Population One cards. I assume you guys corrected that for Series
Yeah.
Two, or made sure that that wouldn't
Oh
happen
yeah.
again.
And we have little meetings with our vendors, and it was stressed more than they probably appreciated about making sure that it happened once. And the only thing with that is, when it happens once, man, I'm still seeing the first question anyone ever asks about a flagship now is, what do the corners look like? because our vendor
Mhm.
decided not to tell us that they had a new way of cutting cards and they had these rounded tip corners. That's still PSA 10, but are cut differently.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, every single set that comes out is what do the corners look like and fun gauge 0, you know. See that in every set.
Yeah. Any more questions, Troy, that we
Yeah,
need to?
who is Billy's favorite Upper Deck athlete that he met from Ojibwe 86?
It's gonna hate me. Um, so yep, I've met Wayne Gretzky. Yes, I've met Bobby Orr. Never met Michael Jordan. Saw a few of the other like younger hockey players. Still haven't met McDavid. But you asked my favorite. My favorite is I've met Ty Mello twice at the Fan Fest when I worked the booth. She's one of my favorite wrestlers, and so I'm gonna go with Ty Mello.
All right.
Mhm. Anything else, Troy? Any other questions?
Someone
that we
asked
have
us a question. How many boxes
Mm.
of Series 2 do we hope to open?
Well, at the rate we're going with no Bedard Young Guns, either we go all in and just do it till we hit it, or maybe we're going to use our $1 million bounty reward to buy some more boxes. I don't know. I mean, we kind of go with the flow on this sort of stuff, and I think part of our challenge, and Troy, I'll let you chime in too, is
Yeah.
that as you know, we try to open up a little bit of every product, and you guys, Billy, have been pumping out products weekly. There's a product that we'll talk about at the end of our show that the checklist came out a couple hours ago, or it comes out next week, that we're very excited about in Parker's Champions. And so we can't.
No, I roll my eyes because I was supposed to post the image gallery of it today, and I was so busy
Do
watching
you
all
want
the
us to do it
talking
for
about
you? We can do it for you. Just kidding.
Now that you guys mentioned that, Grant's gonna be like, "Why didn't you post the image gallery?"
Breaking
Thanks a
news.
lot.
Breaking news on our show
Ugh,
first.
Wait, is that the Facebook post you guys usually do?
yeah,
Talking about? Why
Ask
didn't you
it.
guys
Grant's
do one
doing
for
it.
Series 2?
There was no
Great,
Series 2 one.
and now there's video proof of this, and so when I get my review, that's gonna be part of the thing. Is you didn't post the image
I just got a
gallery.
text from Grant, and basically this is your performance review, Billy. So I've got a couple
Yes.
questions that he would like us to cover. You've done a great job. Well, hey, if you guys have any more Series 2 questions, because we're going to do our last couple packs in a few minutes, and then we're going to end on some Parker's Champions conversation. So make sure that you get them in the chat so that we can have Billy answer them. Oh, here's a you want to do the one from Evan, Troy?
Which one? I'm so lost on comments right now. Oh, there you go.
I'm going to be honest, Billy. This is probably my biggest set beef that I have right now, and so I'm actually is that
Billy's gonna walk out. He hates us when we talk about this.
Hey
is
guys,
there a plan?
you're gonna see in the background. This is our token Canadian, right here. Our brand manager. Oh, got that. Oh, I got some information.
Oh, breaking news! Hey, Troy, hit
You-
the breaking news button
I
bar, please.
can't say anything. Can't say anything. It's not hockey.
Oh.
You're supposed to break news on our show, Billy. That's the agreement that we have. No, in all seriousness, no. Why is there so little game use content in a product named SP game used? Is that a harsh question?
Um, a lot of it is game use. What are you talking about? I mean, yeah, you have your rookie content. Rookies never have uh game use material, but the banners are at games, the nets are from games, the pucks are from games, the veteran players are at games. The only thing that's not game used really is the rookie like jersey and content.
Okay,
I mean,
maybe yeah.
people look, it's a banner, but it's something that's at the event. It's something that's at the specific. It's specific to a game, and we're getting more and more stuff from the teams from those like the Winter Classic or the Heritage Classic and stuff. We're getting more jerseys and stuff. We're getting you know more memorabilia stuff from the All-Star. And if you don't consider the skills competition a game and stuff like, but those are like jerseys that are worn one time.
Yeah.
They're still very limited sort of thing. So I understand the complaint. It says game used, and we use rookie photo shoot jersey for our rookies, except for a couple inserts in the cup. But for the most part, it's all rookie photo shoot stuff. But I didn't mean to interrupt Pack 11
Well,
there.
here you go, Billy. I'm gonna put one up here for you. Why would Grant expect you to do something on Series 2 Day? That's on him.
Ooh.
You're busy
Hey,
enough.
oh, by the way, I don't know if you heard or not. We actually have the net and it'll be in SP Game Use. The net for Connor Bedard's first game.
Oh, you do?
Yes, and
Wow.
it's in, and man, our brand team got that ball rolling quick. They're the ones that got it for us, so props to them for sure. Paul, who was just right behind me, who gave me this news that I can't tell you guys. He's the one that got that for us, and did a great job. And our design team was able to come up with a design on the fly, and we will have Bedard's first game net cord cards in 23-24 game used.
That's that feels like breaking news. Have you told anyone that, or is that new to?
It might have been at the CDD conference. I think it
Oh,
was.
right.
Sorry.
Sooner or later, Billy, you will break
Yeah.
something on our show.
Maybe one day we'll get invited to that, but don't worry, we're not bitter. So, Pack 11 here. We're down to 2 chances, guys. This is
What are we?
high
Do we
drama.
have one or
And
two young guns?
we have more than one Canadian that works here. Just so you know, I feel bad saying that.
Troy, you're supposed to keep count of how many.
I
Does
don't
anyone in
know.
the chat know how many base young guns we've got yet? I feel
I
like
think
we
we
should
have
have
4 or 5.
All right, gonna happen. Oh, there's another goalie card. A lot of goalie content. Troy's happy about that.
Yep,
This
can't
is
go wrong with that.
instinctive. Igor Shesterkin. Ty Cartier. Good one. Not the one we're looking for, but not bad. So this might be our last young gun.
Oh, is that our last one?
Yeah, I don't know. We've got.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
cool.
look at that photo. Jaden Schwartz, UD Canvas. What's the word I'm looking for here, Troy or Billy? Very daunting.
I'm telling you, whenever I hear Schwartz's name, I just think of Spaceballs.
Billy, the people want breaking news. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Billy, come on. All right, Fiala base. We're just rolling through the base. Oh, there's a nice picture of Kale. Oh, he looks happy. That's so nice.
We got a perfect question to end, or after you open the last pack, there's a question for Billy. That's a really
All right.
good one.
Well, I'm gonna do it right now because we're just
Okay.
gonna kill the bit on this box. This is it. Everybody,
one more
take a
pack?
good look at me and Troy. We're very poor right now, but we're about to be millionaires. Here we go. Got a pack 12, last pack mojo. Don't worry, Billy. A beer when we pull the 101. There'll be a beer with your name on it.
12 is my lucky number.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Very exciting. Very nervous. I'm shaking. I'm gonna be one of those breakers that shakes their hands crazy. Pretty sure we have no young guns left, but maybe we should have kept count. Ooh, there's
another Cairo.
White sparkle Cairo PCs. Very shiny. I'm not going to call it Pixel. Billy got mad. A couple print lines down there.
Jeez.
Tanner Janot. Canvas. And looks like we're going to end on a portrait. Oh my God.
That's a great one. That's a great portrait.
That is epic.
I love the Predator as his tie. All right, here's a question. Here, Billy.
Pretty epic.
For Michael Brown, does Billy think Series 2 release will go down in Upper Deck history as the biggest release of all time?
I hope not. I honestly hope not. I hope that we continue to build the market and that hockey becomes even more popular and it gets bigger.
Well, we can't be accused of you giving us a loaded box because, well, first of all, we bought it. But, no Bedard for us. That's all right. Only 12% anyways, but it was kind of fun. Get your feedback on a lot of gymnastics there.
Here, I don't have any. I'll say I'll bring something to the expo to give to you. To
No,
replace,
I
but
don't remember. I know you mentioned this earlier, but so did you say that when you don't get a Young Guns, you call customer service and they send you one? Is that what for Bedard? Is that what happens? Is that what we're supposed to do? Do we need to pause the live show so we can make that call right now, Troy?
Yeah.
No.
All right. There's some other. I'm trying to find if there's any more questions before I wrap the S Series 2 stuff. Oh, someone asked here. The Irish Fire Collector asked this. I don't know if you even answered. Ever considered using skate blades as mem material in a card like in the cup?
That
We
can be
have.
dangerous.
we have actually.
Yeah, I'm assuming you have. Probably
We don't.
crazy to get them in there.
Here's the thing with that. Like we did do it, and I can't. It wasn't Blades of Steel, but it was something like that. Um, I did put them in a set one time, and the thing is, getting skates from people. Like
Mhm.
we don't get a lot of skates. We get a lot of we do well with stick. We do well with jerseys and stuff. We just don't get a lot of skates. So I think I maximized like the players that we had skates for, and so to do it again, it's almost. I
You
don't
know
want to say
what
we'd be
though?
repeating the set, but
I bet now it might be a lot easier because now it's the blades are all replaced. Like they just pop new blades in and out, in and out. They don't even worry. You don't even need the skate anymore. If you just wanted the blade, they're all replaceable. Like I wonder if you'd be able to get more if you just want the blades, if it would be easier to get because they have so many now.
I will let you get that through customs.
Hey, I got a little mini baseball bat taken away from me that I bought for my son at a Braves game. They took it. I was like, oh, that's sad.
That's because it was the Braves.
I know.
No, I can't.
We got a Fanimation question. That was an Easter egg. So I miss. Do you guys publish pack odds for that?
We do not.
Okay.
If it's not on the list, then that's not on the list.
Got to ask this one. This is a little more of a random question, but from our good buddy Keith at Just Hockey Cards. So he had opened up a pack of ice, and I don't think is ice your product or not, but there was a ice crystals that was in a penny sleeve. He was just what he had never seen a card in a penny sleeve in a pack, and was maybe hoping for some clarification there.
I did not build that rendition of ice, so I'm not sure, but it might just have been to protect the card. I'm not sure what the I don't know enough about it honestly to be able to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like
well,
we've put in the minis that we put in like the frozen and ice cards.
Yeah.
Those have been in sleeves before. It's just because we don't want the cards getting damaged when they're inside the penny sleeves.
yeah, you was saying it was one of the numbered cards, but sounds like you don't know the answer there. We have to let you go soon. I do want to talk though Parkhurst, but Troy, do you
Yeah.
think we should do the while we're on series 2 the giveaway now and then
Yeah,
end
might
with
as well.
Parkhurst?
Might as well.
Okay, no, we've never done this before.
Yeah,
so
let's go slow.
Billy, you can't win.
You can't win.
You're gonna try really hard, but sorry.
Okay.
We'll buy you a
Hold
beer
on.
or something like that at some point. So how does this work, Troy?
Okay, so I'm setting it up right now, and can you share my screen
I
so
can.
everyone can see it? Okay, so what you need to do, everyone, is in the comments, just wait before you do it. I'm going to start collecting comments. All right, hit hashtag Bedard. That's what you need to put in the comments. Hashtag Bedard. Doesn't matter if it's capital, lowercase, whatever, just hashtag Bedard, and it should start collecting stuff, hopefully.
And then it'll draw a winner, and then we will send you
Yep.
a box of 2023-24 Series 2 Hobby.
Yep.
That
Okay, good. It's working. We can see entries are coming in. We'll give it a couple minutes. We'll let Billy sing a song for everyone. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, there was a question someone asked Billy. Oh shoot! Now that I can't find it because I'm an idiot and didn't star it because I just noticed you could star questions and put them in like a queue, and I of course didn't even see that till now. Oh, what was it? Oh, video cards. Someone wanted to know, have you guys thought about going back to video cards? Like there was, I know there was one that I've seen where it was like you open it up and a little video plays and everything.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we're doing that anytime soon. I'll just put it that way.
Okay. Awesome. All right,
It
Josh.
would have been nice if you had had a longer answer as we're collecting names here, Billy.
Instead of typing on your computer trying to answer emails.
Can you please talk for 17 minutes about how you don't want to do video cards,
I'm
please?
trying to take pictures of the image gallery so then I can show on your thing.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only breaking news we've got today is that you forgot to do your job and didn't post the image yet.
That, but
You know,
oh, we never got an. I don't know. Did you answer this, Billy? Is there a reason there's no? Or is that you were supposed to do the image gallery? Were you supposed to do it for series 2? Is that what you're talking about?
you saying Parker's
No,
champions?
Oh,
Parker's
what
champions.
happened? There's no series 2
Thanks
Facebook
Thanks for
album.
rubbing that one in too.
Is that you?
That one's on me.
Oh, sorry.
I'll take full blame.
All right.
Yeah, it should have happened. I'm trying to get some cool cards for you guys to see right now.
All right. Okay, we're getting 1 more minute on the contest or whatever, the giveaway. So hashtag Bedard. We're at 41 entries.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 41
Yeah,
entries.
Yeah, it's definitely good. And then if you do win, you must reach out to us. I think you have to reach out to us on Instagram or send us a message.
Yeah, that's really important. So if you win, we're gonna write down your name, and we're gonna do our best to contact you. But you have to message us on Instagram. Upper Decks is sending us the box, and then I think Billy's gonna fly it over tomorrow morning in a briefcase that's handcuffed to him,
I'll
and
be right
then
there.
and then we'll ship it out to you guys once we get it.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to ask this question? Now we're just self-serving. Billy, what's your favorite hobby podcast and why is it the Hockey Card Gong Show? please tell us.
Did some answer very carefully, Billy.
All right. We're almost there. Here we go.
ready?
We're going to go. I'll go 10, 9.
Wait, you guys have been recording this?
8. Yeah. What do you mean? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bam.
Did I win?
It is.
No.
There you go. Chris Perkins.
Eric. Yeah, you were like the
I saw your buddy was just close. Chris Perkins is our winner of the Series 2 box. So congratulations, Chris. Please reach out to us on Instagram.
Yeah, Chris, please DM us on Instagram, please, and we'll make sure that you get your hobby box. Thanks for everyone for entering, but we can't let you go. And Troy, do you still have like the checklist that you can pull up?
Yep.
Okay, so want to talk a little bit about Parker's Champions because the checklist came out today, and even though on one of the biggest releases in a decade out today, I guess in our mind and a lot of friends that we have in the hobby too are very excited about this set. So I just want to spend a few minutes on it, but for anyone that's not familiar with this, how do you explain what Parker's Champions is?
Hey, we have the Parker's license, and let's make some cool cards, and that's what we did. It's a mix of veterans and retired players, and there's some vintage designs in there. There's some cut signatures in there. It reminds you of an older, like kind of a cool older set that but with it's not necessarily based on razzle dazzle flashy stuff. This is a set collector set. Like the set is 350 cards, and there's different levels. You've got your regular 1 through 300, and then you've got rare cards, silver parallels, color variations, red parallel, black parallel, rainbow foil board, gold rainbow foil board. And then there's auto versions, different other versions of autos, jerseys, patch autos. There's some fun inserts in there that we threw in there, some wire image, some 50 flashbacks. So you're showing those photos. I'm actually going to show you some of the actual cards.
I put you bigger so people can see it.
Okay. So I did that one for you guys. So there's
nice
black parallel. There's a nice Dougie autograph there. You can see. And this is what's going to be posted on the board. So here's your exclusive. You're seeing the photos firsthand. Austin Matthews, nice auto mem card. There's a nice cut signature. Is that the King one? Oh, no, that's Happy.
Oh, nice.
Happy cut. Can't quite see. I'm trying to get it so you can see it, but sorry. This is the King Clancy.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Oh, look, great picture on the top left too.
Yeah.
Wearing the.
And then, as I
I
mentioned, we have
love
like the
these.
old
These are
design.
awesome.
So
They're
yeah,
so cool.
a lot of your modern day players in vintage designs. And there's a nice Wayne Gretzky. What's kind of cool is there's a wrapper back parallel or variation where the wrapper is built like it's almost exactly like the wrapper that the cards came in back in the day, except we swapped out the player with Wayne Gretzky. It's a really cool image. I didn't have an example of it, but that's probably one of my favorite parts of the set too, is just that old vintage wrapper kind of back to it.
Have you guys decided to build that set for 2023-24, or are you going to wait to see what the response is to this one first?
We are going to make announcements when we make announcements. I
On the
don't think
show?
anything's I
We
don't
are,
think any,
Billy.
yeah,
You are just going to be a politician.
I don't
We're warming you
I don't
up,
think
man. We're getting you ready.
that's something that I'm really good at is some people ask me questions. They'll be like, did you do this?" And if I did, I'd be like, "Why would I do that? I didn't say yes or no. I just said, why would I do it? I answered a question with a question."
Mhm.
So we'll see.
Okay.
I don't think anything's been announced. If it is my thing. Oh yeah, it's still there. So we'll see.
Any
Awesome.
other questions, Troy, you have about Parker's Champions before we wrap it up here?
I do have a question. What you said something about a wire? Was it a wire card or a wire something?
Yeah, there's wire image cards. We
What
have
does
one
that
I can
mean?
kind of.
Yeah, I didn't know what wire image meant. And if I should, you can make fun of me.
Oh no, it's okay. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I show you the picture.
Oh, okay.
Did you collect portraits at all when we built that set?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, you're not gonna make Grant happy with that answer. So this is like a wire image, like that you see
Oh, gotcha.
like news
Yep.
sort of thing. So
Yes, I got
there's
you
like a right
100%.
there.
I get it.
Mhm. And that comes out a week from today, right?
2
So
weeks.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Yep. We usually release checklist 2 weeks before the set comes out, and we put up an image gallery 1 week and 6 days before the set comes out usually.
Well, I can
Mhm.
tell you this, that Grant will be very happy because I'm personally going to buy a crap load of this stuff because I love this, just what this set looks like. So I am going to go buy a lot.
All right. Well, hey, we're just about the time now. So here's what we've learned today: that you had an oopsie. You forgot to upload the image gallery for Parker's Champions. But on the positive side, though, and we will be sure to let Grant know this, Billy. You Are you the latest worker in the office tonight? Are you showing them as
Let me
much?
look, let me look here. The lights are still on. I don't see
Yeah.
anyone in my department.
Yeah.
Possibly. For those of you, I don't have internet at my house. I have a phone with unlimited data. I
Yep.
just use that on my computer and whatever. And so my internet or my service isn't always great. So I get harassed about that all the time. So I figured I would give you guys a full amount of
The full
internet.
Billy experience.
Yes.
Well, you did a great job
Yes,
on
thank you.
the 2023-24 set, and we really appreciate you joining us tonight. Putting in some overtime, um, showing your enthusiasm.
SP game use, is that going to be in there? It looks like go Red Wings.
There we
Yep.
go. Yeah, put that in. Well, only if it hasn't been used in a game. But shot fired there. No, we really do appreciate
Yeah.
it, and I've said to you before, and it's not just you, but you do a great job of it. One of the things I very much appreciate about your company and Upper Deck as the licensed manufacturer of hockey cards is your willingness to uh, come on shows like ours on a day like today and talk about the cards and the process and answer everybody's questions. I think it just makes people feel so more engaged in the hobby, and it helps to understand kind of what the thought process was in a lot of cases into some of these cards that we all cherish. So very, very much appreciated your time tonight, Billy.
Hey, look, I'm excited about my products and I want to get the word out there, and you guys do a great job of allowing me to do that and talk about stuff and um, give a lot of insight because as you've seen, Troy, with all these questions, there's people that might not necessarily know why we do certain things a certain
Hmm.
way. And some of the stuff we can tell you and some of the stuff we can't, but I want to get you guys as informed as possible. And this has been a great resource to be able to do that. So I appreciate you guys too.
Are you confirmed for the expo? Has that been sorted out yet? Are the
I
fans
I
going to
I would
get to
love
see
I
you?
would love to go. Nothing's been confirmed yet. I gotta talk to the boss on that one. So I hope so. I would love to talk series two with as many people as possible. And I'm sure that'll be one of the big hits of the show. So and there'll be probably a lot of questions. And so yeah, it would be great to go, but nothing's been confirmed yet. I do know a lot of people owe me many tasty beverages at the expo, so I want to collect. I want to collect.
Well, I would love for you to be there to keep the streak alive of you big timing us every time you're there. And
No, no,
you're
no.
the man with a
So,
million things on his calendar. It's like,
so,
hey Billy,
so you
let's hang
guys,
out. You're like,
so you guys,
oh, I have
yeah,
to
and then you
go to
disappear the rest of the show.
no, no.
I always see you guys like one of the first days, and then it's like
That's not true.
disappearing, and then
This is
I'll walk back to the booth because I actually don't necessarily work the booth. I'm out there talking to people, and so when I'm talking to people, you're at the booth. And then when I
that
come back to the booth, you're gone. And then I have
no.
to go in line and get myself some poutine because that's what I
You're
eat
in
when I'm in
Canada.
Canada. And then I come back and you're gone again. And then I go back and talk to the booths and I look over and you're at our booth.
No, no, no. That this is such a lie. This is how it goes.
And then you
Honest
go
to
and then you
God.
go, oh,
Hey,
and then you see Jeremy Lee and then you talk to
no,
Jeremy Lee
stop.
for an hour or two.
Stop. No, I come up all vulnerable and I'm like, hey Billy, you want to like maybe hang out with Troy and I tonight, have a beer? We don't have to talk about hockey cards, just get to know each other. And this is the answer we get every time. And a version of this every day. It's like, oh, I would love to, but I'm going on a helicopter ride with eBay at 8. And then I have dinner with the prime minister after that. And I probably won't be back to the room for like 4 in the morning. And so it's like, oh, okay. And you do that to us every single time. I'm just saying. Let's just be honest. Let's
I'm a big deal in Canada.
There you go.
When I come to Minnesota, I'll ride in your Hummer that you have to drive to get in all those snow roads and stuff like that, and enjoy the town. Which is crazy
Awesome.
because my sister lives in Minnesota. I should be out there more often, but
we
it's
have
too
a
cold.
cot in the
It's too
garage
cold.
for you anytime you need to stay, Billy. Don't worry about
It's
it.
too cold.
Oh,
And
Billy,
I'm a Michigan boy, and I can't do it
it's not
anymore.
cold this summer or this winter. It was nice and
Oh,
toasty.
when I was in Michigan a few weeks ago, and it was in like the 50s.
We had like
People wearing
70 the other day.
shorts.
It was stupid. Like,
Ugh.
I mean, hey, I'm not complaining, but it's kind of been crazy. We haven't had this. I don't think I shoveled or plowed the driveway once, but
All
it's
right. Well,
awesome.
I think
Yeah.
live show 3 is in the books. We're gonna let Billy go home. I'm sure he's hungry and stuff like that. Thank you everybody for joining. And if you're listening to us later, we appreciate you tuning in as well, and hope that we'll try to do these. Maybe if people like them, let us know, and we can certainly do them more often. A little bit uncomfortable for us, so got us out of our comfort zone a little
Oh,
bit
I
today.
love every minute of you guys being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I will say this too. Thank you everyone for the questions and comments. There's probably over 200 to 300 comments and questions. So thank you. And Billy, thank you also for doing this.
Thank you,
No
Billy.
worries,
And
guys.
with that, 167 of Gong Show is wrapped, and we will see you back all on what day is it? Yeah, Monday. So good luck opening your series 2. Hopefully there are Bedard Young Guns in every box. Thanks, guys. See you soon.